Hi everybody, welcome. Rob Provencher here. The video you're about to watch is from Jamie and Jason's wedding. Now the audio in the camera did not work, but I thought it would be a waste to not show you exactly what I'd recorded for you, and I can explain what I'm doing by running some commentary along. Now you can see me downtown. I'm ordering my assistant and I'm getting things going really quick. You can see two SB800s on the ground. They're on optical slave, so they will fire when the two off to the sides will fire because they are fired by a pocket wizard. You see them two on the stands on the side. I'm getting going because there's traffic. I'm trying to get this done quick, so I'm doing different poses. You cannot see the flash go off, but it is going off. And in a second you will see the results. I like to do these funky poses with different angles. I'm squatting down low. Some of them I'm getting the sun in the picture, which is right behind. There's a stranger walking in the scene. But you can see the shadows from the bridal party. You know, and when you're doing this kind of stuff, they just love it. They just think it's absolutely outrageous. And we're moving quick. We're probably holding traffic. So here you can see the results. One of the shots was shooting from a regular angle. There's a black and white, and I squatted down and I shot nice and low to get the sun in the background. Notice the lines. Just notice the composition. So in behind there's an area that's hidden. It's kind of open shade. You can see where the sun is. You can see where the shadow is. It's one of my favorite areas to shoot. Or anywhere anywhere I can just find open shade. And I'm getting the bride and groom to take their rings off, and I'm going to put them on the flowers. And I'm using a wide-angle lens, and in this case, either a 24-70 at 24, or I currently own a 14-24 as well. You know, pretty much any wide-angle lens will work, anywhere from 20 down below. And you can see I'm squatting down low. I'm very hard on my clothes. I buy cheap suits for that reason alone, so that I don't have to spend a lot of money. And you can see I'm putting a ring in the foreground, and I'm going to capture several different shots, and I want them in the background. They're going to be out of focus. So I'm shooting probably at wide open. I'm focusing nice and tight on the actual rings. Open shade. So I got a shot of the rings close up while I'm down there, and I also got this shot afterwards, a little bit out of order here, but you can see there's the shot right there. You can see me. That's how I captured that particular shot. Now I also have an older 50mm lens, I think it's a 1.4, so very shallow depth of field. I like to use it once in a while. You know, if I had a 1.8 or a 2.8 aperture lens, to me it would work almost just as well. You don't have to go out and spend a lot of money on a super fast lens to get this effect. And what I'm doing is I'm just shooting some close-ups of the bride like this with very shallow depth of field, just some kind of unique angles, and just to add to the mix of the pictures of the wedding day. And I'm sort of playing with the wedding dress there and getting it over her face. So here we have the same area. We got the bride. I'm doing some shots of the bride. She's just standing there. I've probably asked her to put all her weight on one foot. Pick a foot, any foot, as long as it looks relaxed. She's holding the flowers very casually, and I got two SB800s on manual on either side for some off-camera flash. Okay, and I'm decreasing my angle, and trying to get some off-camera stuff of just the bride, and there you can see it. It's kind of surreal looking, it's kind of like unnatural, but kind of funky, in the same respect. So this shot here coming up is the groom. He's jumping. Whoop! There he goes. I do this a lot. Get the guys too, the whole bridal party. Boom. I didn't get the guys in this case because two of the guys were they had a physical disability, which I did not realize at the time. They had a hard time walking. They were twins, actually, and I realized once I was about to do the shot, ooh, maybe don't go there. Here's a fun shot. I always like to do this one, get the veil over the bride and groom's head. See that? Nice and quick. Didn't take very long to get that shot. And you'll see the results in a second. Bingo, there we are. Got a little effect to it. So now we have the girls, and we're in the same area. Now I'm going to get the girls and later on the bridal party to walk out of that area and into the sun to get some dramatic backlighting just to remind you, I'm using, you can see on my, strung around my neck, the 70-200. I'm using the Nikon D700 full frame camera. My resolution, I set JPEGs half resolution. I never use full. I just like to save time and space. And here's some of the shots. Bingo. Just kind of straight up. You can see back to back, nice and casual, and then get the girls walking. You see that backlighting is really working for us now. Got that funky shadow effect, and probably could have used better cropping and composition in that one, and that's something I can do later on if I needed to go in and crop it a little more creatively. So I find when I'm shooting these, I'm just really trying to get the focus nice and tight, and I'm shooting again at wide open 2.8. So I got a really fast shutter speed, which is really freezing the action, but I want to make sure my focus is bang on. So there's some of the results from that, and then had them turn around, heading towards the camera, and then I get them to run, which is something you got to be careful with. So right after that shot, I always get them to do a huddle. I'm laying down with a wide angle. You can do this with a 24, and in this case I'm using a 14. See, I got the diffuser on my flash. You have to use a diffuser in order to get even lighting. And you can see the sky is overblown. I did that on purpose. I always do these on manual, by the way. I set the shutter speed, so I usually go around 1-200 at about f8. So I want enough light on them, but I want the background to just kind of blow out a bit. So it kind of